Hey there everyone, it's Drew here. So today I wanted to make a video here just about some of the rumors and speculation that's been going on recently about the Banjo-Kazooie series. Of course, Banjo-Kazooie coming back really is, so to say, the final piece of my gamer puzzle. I've played a lot of games in my day and even games in the future that I'll have great experiences with. Banjo-Kazooie's return is really kind of like the last piece of the puzzle for me. So I wanted to take some time to talk about it because there has been a lot of chatter recently about rumors by Nate the Hate, some things that Grant Kirkhope has said, and just wanted to take a few minutes to go ahead and go over some of those and see what maybe we can glean, if anything, from all that. So discussion really started going recently from this article from Windows Central where Phil Spencer did an interview, and among other things, he did talk about the Banjo-Kazooie franchise, and he said here, "You've seen from our history that we haven't touched every franchise that people would love us to touch. Banjo fans, I hear you. But it is true that when we find the right team and the right opportunity, I love going back to revisit stories and characters that we've seen previously." And it's been interesting. Now, Phil Spencer, of course, has been a pretty big ally of, Banjo-Kazooie fans. Famously, he talked about, being open to allowing Banjo-Kazooie in Smash. And of course, we finally saw that in 2019. And that was amazing. And he's always been like someone in our corner, just like, and I think from what he's saying here, they're trying to find the right people. Of course, the original people who made Banjo-Kazooie, like most of them have already left Rare. Some of them are at Playtonic Games, but the people currently at Rare, they just don't have that same interest to continue the franchise. Then we have this here from Nate Drake, aka Nate the Hate, saying here that a new Banjo-Kazooie game is coming. And he says here, it's still an active project, but didn't get the green light until early last year. There is a lot to do and development can change a lot. Abandoned ideas, internal reboots, etc. So that came recently, but one thing I did want to point out in this video is that this is not the first time that Nate Drake has mentioned this before. So here, looking at this article, apparently back in 2022 in the Reset era, I think it was around June or so, where Nate the Hate was also mentioning this exact same rumor around this exact same timeline. So Nate says here, there is a new project for Banjo-Kazooie in development. We can only guess where and when it will be shown, but as far as I understand, Microsoft gave the green light to production only a few months ago. There is talk about the game at GDC. So Nate Hake is on the record here several times, both last year and this year, more or less same time frame as like Banjo-Kazooie was just greenlit. They're still working on it. And Grant Kirkhope, he's interesting because back in 2019 we had a Twitter post where a person was speculating about, I hope that Banjo-Kazooie comes to Smash, and Grant Kirkhope says, "Don't hold your breath," and that has been like kind of been over his head for pretty much since then. Whenever there's a Banjo-Kazooie rumor and he comments on it, people are like, well, you said this back then. And I just find this interesting here because, so looking at this Twitter post for quoting this article I just read, as far as like the recent one, where it's like it was greenlit early 2022, Grant Kirkhope replied to it and said, "Pigs might fly." And a lot of people, it's not the first time he said that. He said that before, like that maybe it's as likely as pigs flying, that sort of a thing. But then we have this. We have this. He just a little bit later he posts this image right here. Pigs fly, just showing an image of a pig flying, and people took all kinds of meanings of it. Is he just saying that? Is he just saying again, well, it's more likely for pigs to fly than for Banjo-Kazooie to come back? Or is he saying the pig has flown? And people were commenting all kinds of things on this. And I will just say, like, he did kind of do a follow-up a little bit later. And this is where things start to get really interesting. He says, "Ha, you're all crazy. Pigs might fly as if there's more of a chance of that." So, and he's saying some other things here. I mean, you're probably right, but I want to help. Also, I feel like if you're under NDA, you just wouldn't say anything. Correct. But like the time you lied to our faces about Banjo and Smash, I love you, Grant. I mean, that's just the thing. So yes, I think Grant Kirkhope is could be interpreted as talking both sides, but this is actually where things get the most interesting. I'm not talking about the most interesting thing yet. Like I said, I think that there is a both. talking both ways here, and I'm going to show you why. When I look at this, I honestly have no idea what Grant is like knows or doesn't know. Because so we have this tweet here: composer Grant Kirkhope seemingly acknowledged that a new Banjo-Kazooie game is in development, over by Slayer Santiago here. And I thought, well, yeah, it's just I looked at that and I thought that, like, even I initially thought that it was just like, you know, him saying, like he said later, you know, pigs might fly, as if there's a higher chance of that. But then this happens. This happens, and I'm going to show it to you guys. The king himself, like the post, new Banjo-Kazooie game incoming. Grant Kirkhope liked the post where he says he seemingly confirmed that a new Banjo-Kazooie game is in development. Now, if you're under NDA, obviously you can't say that a new Banjo-Kazooie game is in development, but here he is liking a post, and also like saying, you know, like, oh, like NDA, he can't say anything. So I'm going to kind of close things out just from this last thing he said here. It's not lost on me that you take an interest in the nonsense I get up to. Hopefully I continue to cobble some random notes together that vaguely pique your interest in 2024. I'll try my best. Thanks for taking the time. And he says all this after all the rumor discussions and all that. And I mean, again, I honestly legit have no idea if he does or doesn't know. I'm just saying before, he has a history of deflecting before. And it sounds like, especially with him liking that post, he's both like tempering down expectations and maybe teasing it at the same time as much as he possibly can, with like being under NDA and all. Again, NDA didn't stop him from saying don't hold your breath and such and such. So I don't know. But what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. We just passed over 1,050 subscribers. Thank you all so much for the support. Be sure to go ahead, drop a like on this video, subscribe, and we will see you next time. Bye, everybody.